VAATV, Vietnamese American Arizona Television. Hello, everyone. Welcome to VAATV. Hello, Akeem. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So, how was from last week to now? Anything
Last
new?
week till now, the week's been moving fast.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's been
I
going real
cannot believe
fast.
that.
So,
Yeah.
but
It's so fast.
otherwise from that, it's
Mhm.
good.
Mhm.
I've been working on some new projects. I'm thinking about a new project,
Mhm.
maybe a EP.
Ah.
Yeah, like 5 songs or more. But
Yeah.
it's in planning right now. So that's the only thing
Mm.
I've been working on right now. So.
Mm. You're gonna have something to share, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. What's
eventually,
that?
in a couple of weeks.
Couple weeks,
Eventually,
okay.
yeah.
With the beat and
With a
everything.
beat, everything.
Okay, so the reason we have the talk show with Akeem weekly is so that we can discuss anything in relate to music, anything news about music world that we can discuss, and also social issue. I know nowadays there's a lot of people asking and then kind of like discussing with each other in regard to immigrant.
Oh.
Okay, because I know that in the border of Mexico, there's still some issue there.
Yep.
Like people escape, right? I mean, like for some reason they heard that they allow to escape from their country, come to U.S. And you know that Mexico is only one line. It's just next to U.S. Right?
Yeah.
So especially
Basically.
Arizona. Right,
Yeah.
so they just come across, and then once they come, then they get caught, and then they got to put in jail, and then people do paperwork and all that, and then but then after they do paperwork, they allow that person to leave, and then the trial day to come back, you know, and then meantime. They're gonna wander around the U.S. You know, they're gonna be there. What you think about that?
I mean, if you're gonna catch, if you're gonna catch someone to, like, put them or vet them to get information and release them.
Yeah, release. Release where? Release back to the country? They don't release back to the country, but they release out. Like
into the country,
into the country, and then waiting for a trial day so that they can decide to stay or not. Yeah,
but the whole point, if once you release them again, you're gonna have to catch them again if they decide not to come back.
Not to come. Yeah, so a lot of scenario like that.
What if someone decides not to come back?
Yeah, so then I don't know what they're going to do about it, but the issue that we talk about now, there's going to be more people come in, and secondary language also a problem. I know that Jamaica, you speak English, right? But like Mexico, they don't like know speak Spanish. English, right? So they speak majority Spanish. And so when they come like that, if they have family or somebody take care of them, it's no doubt, but if not, then it's going to be a big issue.
Well, they either have to learn English or, there'll be a language barrier and communication is going to be an issue because, we need to communicate on everything.
So you mean like learn English before they escape?
It would be hard. I mean, you'd have to learn English before you even get here.
Because like let's say majority people, very good people, nice people. They didn't destroy anything. They're very, very nice and quiet, and they're just looking for freedom, for economic, for better situation for themselves. But like some, it's not as good. Some they can go wild.
There's always, a few people who want to do different stuff, people who go mix up themselves in illicit activities, crime, whatever, so that's usually what people worry about. Yeah, if they're like, okay, they're coming for a better situation, are they peaceful people? That's what everyone's going to discuss. They got kids, I got kids, or my kids have to play in the playground. Are they safe to be around and all that? So that's why they gotta put them through the process of what's your name, where you're from, your background, who you're related to, all that. But once you release them again, it's like you ultimately decided right there that okay, they can do whatever. Because if you release someone today, it doesn't, it don't mean they have to come back. Like you give them a date for like 10 days time to come back for
like
court.
for
They don't have to come back.
They don't have to?
No, because someone who decides not to come back, they don't have to. They probably go to a whole different state. Now you're gonna have to find
chase
that person.
after.
Yeah, chase that person through.
And there's gonna be costs involved. There's gonna be like
That's
a lot of
that's a whole bunch of
and people have to pay more tax to get all those fee to pay to the
maybe they
government.
do that to speed up the process because there's so much people, but maybe slow it down,
Yeah.
Slow it down so you can pass people who you don't have to worry about like that anymore then. Because if you release them, then I guess it's whatever,
So like why, I mean, like with Jamaican, I know that you they have a like how did they speak English? I mean in with the two languages. Is that difficult to communicate? I mean, over there they communicate with each other in the modern.
Easy, yeah, because we have our language patois, right? So we talk that to each other real easy because that's like our main language. But we understand English.
Oh, right? But how do you get to learn English?
Because,
like when you will go to school, like already?
I mean,
you already.
It's weird, but it's like we don't learn it in school. It's already inside, We know English, yeah.
Oh,
it's like we're awesome. We're English understanding culture.
You mean because too many tourists come to that, or what?
No,
how's the English come along?
English,
like how about
we learn English literature in school. That's like reading and all that stuff. But we understand English no matter what. Like
you watch TV, what you watch?
You watch TV. Most of our channels are English channels.
Oh,
right. But it's not like we were taught it. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's it's a very good topic.
No, because this is like I really don't know how do you gotta learn English.
Not a lot of people ask that question, so that's a good question. We don't practice speaking English. We understand it, but we might not be able to. Some people won't be able to speak it back.
Oh.
They're going to respond to you in Jamaican. But they understand everything you just said in English.
But they understand everything.
Yeah. And that person never been to school.
Huh.
It's just weird.
Wow.
I don't know how to explain it.
So that's why I'm saying that maybe like you guys have to hear from somewhere, listen, even view virtual or oral or something. You got to have something like that.
I guess it's just our English is mixed. That could probably be, I guess, going through school. Our teachers don't really, in school, our teachers don't really speak to us in patois.
Patois, is that the...
That's the main...
yeah, but the writing is an alphabet or how what are they based on the sentence?
We can't, there you go. That's another good one.
Yeah.
So, for example, in Jamaica, if you're writing, everything you write is English.
Right.
Even though you speak patois, we don't write in patois.
No patois.
We can, but we don't.
Okay.
That's how we text. Like Jamaicans texting right now.
Yeah.
We text in patois.
In patois?
Yeah.
And they use alphabet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Use the alphabet, but we don't really. If we go to school and stuff, we write English. In schools, we don't write patois.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Even the professor, teacher,
everybody, yeah. So I guess maybe that's where but even people who drop out of school quick and whatever, they still understand English.
Wow.
It's like second nature, or it could be, main language, but it's like second nature. We understand it even though we don't actively get taught English.
Wow, that's a great benefit. Yeah. I don't know how do you get that. I mean, like can explain, but because as far I know, that Jamaican they have a lot of communication through foreigner, like to the nearby customer or people come and exchange their food and wealth and all the economic that they work through with a foreigner.
Yeah,
with those. So, but then we don't even know how the Jamaican can understand our English. All of a sudden, they don't learn anything.
It should be studied, but I guess it's
communication.
Yeah, because we understand it, but I don't know how.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Every Jamaican understands English, even if he doesn't speak it. Yeah, he understands it.
Oh, wow.
So
that's amazing. Because I hope that all of the all the country gonna be doing the same. But I know like TV
TV helps.
will TV and
Music
radio,
helps.
you know,
And
or like
books.
books,
help
yeah,
too.
book help, yeah. If the country that has they can do like foreigner, like each of the, like here in America when we go through high school, we always go through with secondary languages. We have to pick a choice, like whatever, like French or Spanish or Chinese.
We have that too.
All that.
Because they teach French, they teach Spanish. What else? Just French and Spanish, I think. Yeah. So a lot of people, a lot of teachers in Jamaica, they get called to different countries to teach even English. You know, so
I see.
It's funny.
Yeah, so then that's why that's is something like we are gonna have to think about. We hope they are good and they all can find peaceful for their
you know,
family. But
everybody deserves a chance, you know. So it's just about, you know, what I always say: if you come to someone's house, you gotta treat it like how you would treat yours. So you go over there and you take, if you see the shoes off at the door, you take the shoes off at the door. If you see they hang the coats up, you hang your coat up. You know, don't come there and thrash the place. They won't like you.
Like you mean like wherever you come, you follow the rule of that place. Yeah, like whatever.
They have a saying called,
like,
when in Rome, do as the Romans. You ever heard that?
Yeah. Okay.
It's important.
Yeah.
That way you blend and people work with you.
Right.
If you come and you're doing the opposite, people will just not like you, and then it's issues for you and others who are like you.
Yeah, because
right?
I know the problem with the newcomer, you know, like even they are lacking of the communication, the language, but the culture as well. You know, just like, but like nothing as the best, like when they follow based on whatever they see, right? If they come to the place, they see people in front of them do the like waiting, like patient waiting line online, then they cannot jump in right in the middle, right? And they have to just follow that, or they come to the house or whatever people do, they kind of monitor, because that's the way that help the newcomer, whoever just come to US and want to
emulate what you see. You know, it's their country. You know, naturally people make their rules, so you have to work with their rules because it's their space. Just like if someone was to come to your space, you have your rules too. Right. So it's just being courteous. Right. You know, and make it work for you. Right. You know? It's simple.
Yeah, everything we have to go based on the observation, I would say.
Observation.
Yeah, like the best observation as possible. But like the worry of that point, you know, I mean, if people, because I'm not going to go into politics because that's as far beyond, but I'm saying that what as the point of view, as I see as a human to human, as people, you know, like I just thinking what's there. I mean, if you see a person come to your door and speak no English and need help,
creepy.
So what are you gonna do? I mean, like if they just stand there, I mean, they look not creepy, you know. But if they come to your door and then like they need help, you know, you know they need help because they don't talk English, but they know you need help. What are you gonna do?
I think
like they need water, they need something. Aren't you gonna offer them something to eat, something to drink,
you can't understand
whatever?
If you can't understand what they're saying, that's gonna be the barrier right there, because they don't speak English, right? So
sign language.
Unless they can signal that they want
like
some
sign
water
language,
or
they can do something like that.
Everybody might take it different.
Yeah.
Somebody might, you know, understand what you're saying and work with it, or somebody might call the cops.
Or let's say okay, I don't say about come to the door, okay? I'm saying like you go to the market and then you see people have a sign like say, okay, I have two, like English, but say I have 2 kids, I have 3 kids, I need help, I need money, something like that. It's like sign like that, and then they just stand there around. Of course, you don't know if they are immigrant or not, right?
Yeah.
What you think about that?
As in, if it's a
are you gonna
bad
help?
situation, or if you're gonna help?
Yeah.
I mean, Me personally, if it's a person and they got kids and stuff and they want water, I mean, it's just water. It's not an issue to me. Everybody behaves different, react differently to different situations. So somebody else might just walk past. If I feel the need and I can do it, I'll just do it. You know, it depends on the person who's in the situation. Yeah.
So it's really like so I'm asking in general because I see I went to the any of the shopping center and then I saw like a few a couple in the spot and all that. I don't know what to say. Of course, we can just offer whatever we can, like food or something, you know. But like one time, I tried to offer them a job, and okay, are you available to work? And they don't talk much, but I know from them like they don't have paper. So if that's the case, then we cannot let we cannot hire into a business, because that's illegal. People that hire the immigrant like without paperwork to go to the business, they will have to face like a large fine when the people know, when the government know and discover that. State. So sometimes I was thinking like even we try to help, but we can't. But how can the state? What they're gonna do, because we don't want people just like that, because bottom line, I mean, frankly, we're talking bottom line would still coming from our money, our tax. Like we work, we pay the tax. And then we have to help them, if they come over. So that is something like really, we don't know
I guess they're working on it, trying to. Whoever they pass, I think they give them.
Do you think like they allow immigrants? What if they don't allow? What if they just say they're not gonna accept anybody come in? Then of course nobody come in. But this time they say they accept. So that's why people keep coming.
Yeah, it can be it's gonna be very political if they stop accepting people.
Oh really? Because why?
Because since the beginning of whenever, since the beginning of man, I guess different people always come to build one nation, just like Jamaica. It's not just Jamaicans. There's people from England, people from Spain, people from wherever. It's the same with America. A bunch of different backgrounds, and they come together and they build and whatever. So if you suddenly stop accepting people, it's gonna be everybody's gonna start getting segregated. It's going to be super political, super political.
So
segregation would mean a lot of collapse. A country that sells oil to America is going to be like, they're accepting our people. Okay, no more oil. If somebody give fruits, they're like, okay, no more fruits, no more this, no more cotton, no more chairs, no more. It's going to be issues all over, right? Because it's just diplomacy. We are good friends and. Some of us need to come over, we come over or whatever, and then, you do what probably you would want somebody to do for you. If something happens and the people from America need to go somewhere else, then, you can go China or wherever, somewhere else will accept you, so it's just basically being, I don't know.
Human. Humanity, then they have to accept. They cannot say stop. They cannot say I don't accept immigrant, right?
Yeah, it's
cannot
way
say
deeper than that. It's not just we're not accepting nobody, and it can get real deep. What happens if you put yourself in that shoe? What happens if something happens and you have to leave? Right? What happens then? It's tricky. So they're always trying to leave that door open.
But like I don't understand. Like the country allow them to come to US. Why they have to escape?
Why? Because a lot of them who come, they don't come the right way. That's the only reason they.
You mean like they don't ask the government approve for them to come?
Or so they just kind of skip the border or wherever they come from, boats, whatever. Right, and then they just probably try to hide away. Right, so.
Wow.
And that's the issue, because you could. What if you do that for like 5 years and they finally catch you? You wasted 5 years.
Yeah, and then like I heard like they're not gonna do anything. Probably just kick back to the country.
Yeah.
But they don't have any like heavy
especially if they check you
punishment
out
or anything like that.
they just kick you back.
Yeah.
They don't really imprison you.
But if they travel and they bring drug and all that, you know?
That's definitely imprisonment.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big thing.
But
happen.
I guess there's a thing where if you were here and doing well, staying out of trouble, you could probably file for something, you know, to work with them. They get you to stay or something because you were actively here building, you know. So
you mean like those people, if they can find like a company or something and that or somebody that can help them, right? And take them in and let them work and prove their character.
Yes.
Their good character and all that, and build slowly, right? And ask for fingerprints and then do.
You just need to be able to prove your character. What you've been doing all this time you were here.
Like when you come in, your situation is different. I'm saying like because you here when your dad's here, right? Your dad's here, so but you're different than people like what they come with. They don't have paperwork.
They don't have paperwork.
Then they have to work things like slow from that.
And do
but while that time, then meaning they are they hiding, right? They hiding. So whoever work with them have to take a chance, right? Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So and of course that if a good person, hardworking individual, they will find a good place will take them in and grant it to them. But I know like now they are more easier for the immigrant to come here in a work visa. With a work visa, they approve more.
Because a lot of people come from different countries all over the world.
Because whatever, like I know, like with caregiver, like because elder is boomer, like a lot of people need help. You know, like we need the caregiver. So before they always want the what you call it, the degree for nursing or health degree or something. But now if you have a certificate, just a caregiver over there, then you can come here and work. Easier with the work permit. And then with the work permit, then you can get a temporary and then permanent.
You work your way up to it.
Yeah, for that.
Makes sense.
So I hope that whoever like have a situation will know how to find a way out. But we in a country, of course, we want the peaceful. I mean, like if the good person, we don't say like they quiet and they do the work. But if like some they don't, they just do a shortcut. They just gonna be a thief or they're gonna do a shortcut. You know, they just get people money and survive and like that. So that's the very difficult situation that we're facing there. The English, I mean the secondary language, also very important, right? Whoever want to come to any country, they gotta know their language.
So you have to learn the language at least, so you can communicate. Because you can't just people don't, sign language, is kind of hard. So people want to, that's the best way to make stuff work. You have to get used to what they're used to. So,
So when like in your world, like you have like a music, let's say you're a friend or somebody in your country that in the band, and then you need that person to join you. Is that easy for that person to come by, to come over?
It depends. They probably gonna need a permit.
They still have to permit anyway, right?
Yeah.
For music.
Yeah, because
like over there, what the is that music is really a big things like they have to certify or they gotta have a license to play or what's that?
It's like freelancing. You freelance. If you can do music, you can do it, and then over time, people get to know you and you're credible, and so you can go now to apply for your papers to travel, and that's how you get it.
That's a work, because like let's say you say you apply to come to work in a band and you don't know anything about music, of course no.
Then that's an issue.
That's an issue.
That's an issue.
So whatever that they apply, they got to be in the legit in that kind of career that they're gonna go to. But I heard like nowadays there's a lot of like whoever want to come by with in any country, if they know English, that's the best that they can have a high chance to stay and communicate. And if they work hard, somebody will take them in, right? but the situation is like they don't have to. I mean, is that expensive? I don't know, to come with Mexico. I know it's not expensive because they just across the border. They just walk over.
Or they drive.
But they, what if they don't cross border? How much do they have to pay? We don't know, huh?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't cross border, I mean, just like they walk over one line to the other one.
Yep.
So yeah, that is something I was like I reading, and then I find out like there's a lot of scenario right there. Looking is very simple, but if we think deeply, it's going to be an issue. You know, like a lot of people say here without paperwork, nobody know.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot, and if they have no record, then if they do something wrong, nobody know who they are. Exactly. Nobody can catch them or like find them.
And that's why people get scared because they don't have enough information about you.
Yeah.
Right.
So then they, you know, like anybody that you socialize, of course you have to ask, right? You have to ask specifically what it is, or somebody sponsor them if they don't have something under that. So this is what we have to we have to think like people understand and know the barriers right there. You know, it's just like we have to work things out to be to be peaceful for yourself and for everyone. Yeah, for that. But you gotta know how to react when that situation come to you. You know, I never call on someone. You know, if I on the street, I never do that. I will offer them something, but I leave it like that. You know, I can go further.
Yeah, you don't have to go all deep. You know.
Yeah, yeah. But that's something that we have to think, and we hope like everyone will have the best way to do. Of course, we don't hate the person. We don't like a lot of hatred or something. You know, if they find, and I feel bad for those people. Let's say if they come by and then they want to survive, and they come to outside, and then another people find out they don't speak English. And don't know, maybe they think that's immigrant or something, and they just have physical contact with them. So that's really a bad thing, you know.
That's when it can get bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, once you open your mouth, people will probably hear that, oh, he's not American. You know, the accents from wherever you're from is gonna show. You know, and then I don't know, the world is in a funny place these days where I don't know. It's like people trying to be divided, so you know, it's tricky. So
I think you have to find a song where you get people united.
Yeah, that's why Michael Jackson, I see probably why he was so big, because he was always singing songs about uniting and love and all that stuff. So world peace or world unity.
Yeah, world peace and all that. But of course, the talking is not as easy as practicing. You know, or what you show there, whether people accept it or not, you know, it's up to whoever out there was they thinking. They was thinking like they want to have a peaceful life. They want to help somebody. Yeah. Well, ability to help is always great. You know, ability to help someone, but you gotta know how to help in the right way, so that it's not affecting your life, right? You help somebody and then you put your life out the line, then that's going to be risk for both of you, like the person you help and yourself. Right? Yeah.
Yep.
So so the plan, I mean, like I want to hear like what any role model, any like music role model that you are following them, like you following anyone that I see, like it's kind of like a lot of young stars lately been passed away so early. Yeah. What happened? It's not about they don't say because of anything. They just the person just passed out. Pass away. A lot of times at 35 years old, at 19 years old.
It's abuse. you know,
25 years old.
probably abusing something.
You know, like, is that because like when you are like a rising star, you have a manager, right? And you have a group where they want you to do that kind of music, that way, that style, so that it can attract the audience. And then you have to force yourself to do something like that.
Yeah.
And then
if you want to be seen.
Yeah, I was gonna say force yourself to be like that. But so is that risky to go into the music world that way?
Yeah,
because white people like passing away when they're so young. That's that.
I think it comes with the territory because, for example, I think that the genre with the most death is probably rap, because rap music is the hard music that you have to live, or it's gonna seem fake. And being hard, somebody's always gonna want to try you, so you end up in a lot of trouble, and somebody might try to take your life, and they might, you know. And then other times, because of the music can come with a lot of pressure and
competition.
And a lot of pressure. So you'll realize a lot of times that musicians, actors, they die by overdose. You know? They take a lot of stuff to cope with the pressure.
You mean they take it, or somebody forced them to take it?
It can even be recommended. It's not forced, but it could be recommended. Like, hey, you know,
like if you want to sleep not peaceful, then take this.
You want to be energetic on the stage, take that.
Take that.
Blah blah blah. Some people they don't need it because they're natural. You know.
Yeah, they're natural. They're good. They don't have to.
They don't need to take nothing. But everybody's not the same. Somebody else might say, okay, give it to me. Or somebody might be like, I don't need it. That's why everybody's not dying by the same thing, because some people do and some people don't. Right?
Okay. So the people do is get like more chance, and the people don't, then less
Not
chance.
necessarily.
No. Okay.
It's more like some people get stage fright to the point where they cannot perform unless they smoke.
Oh, I see.
Somebody else don't get stage fright.
Oh, like where they do everything correctly is okay, but like they see somebody watch them, then they get nervous.
Okay, take a smoke off this.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
And when they take the smoke, they forget about the stage and everything, and they just performing, and it's like, wow, that's so great.
Wow.
Right? And once they get off it, then they're back to normal. They get scared again, and then it's just keep doing
the anxiety, the nervous,
it's just like medicine, you know.
Wow.
Some people get nervous, so you need something for the nerves. And then over the years, you're gonna probably do that every time you go on a stage. You're gonna go on a stage 1,000 times. That means you're gonna take this drug
a lot,
1,000 times.
Yeah.
Right. And you might get addicted to it.
Yeah. There you go.
Now you're taking 5 times of what you used to take. Then you hear on the news that person died from an overdose.
Wow.
It's
that's so sad.
Yeah.
I thought like music's supposed to be soothing, supposed to be enjoyment.
It is, but it's just that
like sometimes maybe they go overwhelmed. They like they if they come in there and they kind of like they want one and more and more and more and more, and then if they get less attention, then they try to catch attention again. Yeah, and they have to come out a lot of more shows.
That could be stress too.
Wow,
it's like, wow, I'm doing so much, I'm not getting seen. And it takes a toll on them. They gotta go smoke or something, or do something stronger than smoking.
Wow.
You know? Yeah, it's just all pressure.
Wow.
Right? But it usually happens to people in that creative type of world who needs to be seen for the art or acting or music to go out. That's why most of the times it's on that side of the world. Yeah.
Well, it's difficult because if they choose music as a career, if they're successful, then they will earn income like they want.
You can get successful without even taking any, because as I say, you could be a natural, right? You could just naturally have no fear. You on the stage, you don't feel no fright, you don't feel afraid, you don't get nervous, you don't get anxiety, and it works for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends on the person, really.
Yeah, I heard a lot of.
And a lot of people make really nice, smooth music. Like, wow, that person was addicted to this. Yeah.
Because they
got
take so
good
much.
characters, yeah, but it's just what I said. They take one thing for nerves, and then over the years, that thing get less and less. It's gonna affect you less and less. So you gotta take more and more and more, and then you end up taking too much one day.
So everybody know. I mean, if they know like any medication they take, they always have a side effect. Doesn't matter what is strong or I mean slow or fast, strong or not strong, right? So it's always have a side effect. But because of whatever in front of them, that's what they worry the most. They want to perform very good.
Yep.
They want to they don't want
Impress
to
the
go down
fans.
on impress
Yeah.
the audience.
That's everything.
Yeah.
That determines how far you get.
So they have to get up there,
You
whatever
gotta be
that
out
they
there
think
energetic,
there.
so people can be like, "Wow, they don't get tired," and you know, people expect you to be a machine.
Wow.
And you know, they're just human,
Huh.
but they'll do whatever just to impress the
audience.
Yeah, because that's basically
and plus, if the
your
manager
field.
take a lot of cases, I mean, a lot of like contract. We're talking about a lot of contract. Then like they can't rest.
A lot of times you can't even sleep. So you're taking
they can't
something
rest.
to
They have to
stay
go
up.
on and on and on.
You got 2 shows in one night, and then you got a show in the morning. You can't sleep.
Oh boy, that's
Right?
awful.
So
oh my God.
You know, you just gotta learn to manage your time, and I guess not be too greedy. If you got 3, you know, take one off the list so you can sleep. Don't be abusing anything that keeps you awake too long, because you know your body will break down. What's the point?
I mean,
of money?
but like when you sign contract with the manager, the manager wants you to take all that contract. You have to fulfill.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like that. So that's why important when you sign up with somebody right there. What is the goal? I mean, like, because everybody wants their share, you know, for talking about that. So if the more they take, the more contract they take, the more money people can have, you know. So that's why when you do that, you have to think that, you know, you want a short term with a lot of money, or you want a long term with just enough.
Just enough. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You gotta have a manager who cares.
Who care? There
basically.
You go. Yeah.
So they can't overwork you or stress you to the point where you don't last 20 years.
So before you sign the contract, you gotta know the character, the personal.
At least have a idea, you know, or just have a good team. Yep.
Like you think like work together and last. And last. No,
basically, you know,
it's not
people that around you that care, that don't just shove things onto you because they want to see you fulfill contracts, because it could ultimately destroy you, and then there's no contracts.
Oh,
you know, so.
Yeah, that's true. Because if people think they like you, then they want to see you majority of the time.
You see you doing everything, you know, basically all the time, doing the same performance all the time. So that takes energy and all that. So you gotta be careful. It's risky.
Yeah. I mean, we are not in that situation. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say things for other people. But majority time, the main thing like I hoping and I would just want to bring down that doesn't matter how much we have, right? We have enough and we feel peaceful. We are healthy. Then that's the richest ever, right? Even with the person that involved, right? If they but it's hard to say. I mean, like, because I'm in the world where it's different than people out there. Depend on how much they spend. If they spend more, then of course they need more money. You know. So if you spend less, you're okay. But you spend more, then that's different.
You need more. Yeah.
Yeah. Then
basically, whatever you put in, you get out.
That's a different thing.
Yep.
Okay. So I think like we that's the thing I like everybody to understand and get the point across. You know, like we have money is good. But the important is like how much we spend
and how much you save.
Yeah, how much we save, how much we spend,
invest, I guess,
and then you know from there, then you work hard. You know, if you work so much and you don't have time to spend.
Yep.
You know, and then it's gonna go different route or something. You know, you never know. So it's just if you know how to plan your life and think it through. Yeah, you can share. You know, in down the line, maybe you share any tip, any concern, any thought that you think a person will need to get into the music but still last. That's important, right? Yeah.
Because that's longevity is the main goal in music. You know, how long you can do it before the spotlight comes off you.
Yeah.
Because when it's on you, then you're selling all these sales. Everybody talks about you. Once it comes off, it stresses a lot of people because they weren't prepared for it. They probably never saved enough or spent enough or whatever. You know, so it gets there. It gets like that.
I guess okay. So I think like maybe we're gonna stop right here because everybody gonna go to sleep. We don't have anything wake them up.
No music.
No music. Okay. So this come in. Maybe we'll find something with the music. Okay. Because like we want something be that like if you can write something about anything that we discuss and you have some, well, right now you think of something, you know, there's a beat that you can do rap, just a short rap, you know, for them.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So and then we can see them next time.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So thank you very much for watching VAATV talk show with Akeem. And he gonna be promised he gonna have something. Well, this is the second talk show we have, so I'm not gonna force him. I'm not gonna put him on the line. And he know he's working on it. And he have a project, and including LinhVi project. So he gonna have to work harder. Okay. All right. We'll see you next time, and hope everybody have a great night. Bye. LinhVi xin cảm ơn sự theo dõi của tất cả quý vị trong những giây phút vừa qua. Chương trình VAATV xin kính chào, tạm biệt và xin hẹn gặp lại quý vị vào lần phát hình kỳ tới. Mọi chi tiết về thông tin thương mại và bảo trợ, xin mời quý vị hãy liên lạc về địa chỉ email vaatelevision@gmail.com và số điện thoại là 480 289 9816 480 289 9816, website vaatv.com và vaaznews.com. Xin kính chào.